I guess.
108 years?
108 years.
I've always been a big Cubs fan.
Yeah.
You know me, old Cubby C.
Cubby C. That's what the C stands for.
Yeah, I put the C in Cubs. All right.
Anyways, we are going to do a whiskey review for you guys and for the Old Man Club. It's not up there. Yeah. Anyway, theoldmanclub.com. Go check that out because we're their house.
It'll be down here today.
Yeah. So, and also over here, we've got some subscription links and things like that. Check it out. Go to trennyandc.com. What do we have today? See?
Today we have a fan favorite.
Wow.
The Benromach. I'm not sure about the lighting angle.
Glare?
Benromach Cask Strength.
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
She's a beauty.
So this guy here is
I'm gonna open it up.
cask strength is bottled at 60.3%. It has all the things you want to check on a box. It's got the high percentage alcohol, natural color, non-chill filtration, distilled in 2002, bottled in 2012. So it's 10 years.
It's got an age statement.
It's got everything that you would want.
What can't it do?
Well, I think you guys should stick around and find out what it can't do. Or it can do.
See you in a minute.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Okay, so why don't you pour us a little glass here?
Tell us a little bit of information, Mr. Science.
Sure. Well, first of all, I always like to think that getting a cask strength whiskey, I won't drink it as quickly because I feel like it goes further because of the higher percentage alcohol. It's not usually the case.
No, it goes down just as smooth.
Yeah, it does. So, this is a whiskey that's owned by Gordon MacPhail. They bought it out in 1993. It was founded in 1898, so it's
been around a while.
It's been around the block a few times, that's for sure. Speaking of getting around the block, do you know who gets around the block is Prince Charles.
Wow.
He opened this distillery in 1998. And actually, when I was in Scotland, I went to the Glen Grant distillery, and they had just produced a new bottling plant that he had just officially did the ribbon cutting and opened. So,
Prince Charles, the Prince of Whiskey, the Crown Prince of Whiskey.
Exactly. So this guy goes for about in BC about $120. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I think we should say
Speyside single malt. If we didn't say that already,
it's a single malt whiskey made from 100% malted barley.
Let's start smelling it.
Sure. So
at Trenny and C, we always review color, nose, taste, finish, and viscosity, and then we assign a score to each of those 5 categories. The categories are weighted based on importance, in our opinion, and a perfect score would be 33.33. Since we've been reviewing whiskey, that's never happened. Highest score ever for us is a 30.0. Yeah. So we'll see where Benromach Cask Strength lands on our chart today. We also have the Old Man Club chart, which we'll throw up here a little bit later. We always fumble around with that and make a mess of it. So stick around with that in 4 minutes.
Okay, so right away to the color here. The color is like this kind of light straw, golden sunshine in a glass.
It's just it's a brilliant polished gold. Is what I
polished gold. I like that. That's good enough.
Yeah.
You don't need to know more than that.
Enough said.
Okay, so
you can see the color pretty well from that. So long as you have a color television set.
Yes. In the year 2016.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
So this is 60.3% alcohol. So keep in mind when you stick your nose in there, it could blast your head off.
Which it didn't.
It doesn't really, does it?
No. Actually, with that big whiff, I just got a little bit of almost like a little bit of a mintiness thing.
Yeah, totally.
But there's a mild salty, even maybe a bit of smokiness there. Not like a big peaty smoke.
No, it's not a big peat smoke, but there is a mild hint of the smoke in the nose. And actually, you said that mint, and there is a bit of a spearmint kind of refreshingness to the nose, which is kind of interesting.
And then for me, it explodes with additional vegetation. And I'm talking about grass. I'm talking about hay. I'm talking about barnyard.
Yeah, when I was comparing these side by side, and I think you found the same thing, is side by side to other whiskeys, especially higher strength ones. One of my first notes I wrote down was hayloft.
Yeah,
it's very barnyard
big
kind of
time.
smell to it. Yeah,
big barnyard here.
A little bit. It's a saltiness, a little bit of the seaweed kind of thing going on there.
But again, like you said before, minimal burn for the strength. It's not as harsh. It's very light for the strength. So anyway.
And I won't do it yet, but when you do add a little bit of water to this, I'll do it in a bit because I want to taste it first. The water brings out the smell, those phenols in the nose, and it kind of does burn your nose a little bit more, but it brings up that salted kind of lime thing too.
Yeah.
It's like a tequila almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's taste it.
Let's taste it.
There we go.
Ooh! You can taste the alcohol on the mouth.
Yeah.
On the nose.
There's a bit of a little bit of a tingle on the entry.
Yeah, I'd say there's quite a bit of alcohol on the front, but it does evaporate and leaves behind some kind of nice flavors. A little bit of that, the smoke that you get on the nose is a little bit more prominent on the taste, I think.
It becomes a little bit more minerally for me, which is something that I usually get on a lot of the peated scotches, but this is not. This isn't actually peated, is it?
They don't say it's peated, but there's definitely
a little peat.
There is some peat influence in there for sure.
There is a bit of there's a lot heavier of a kind of a minerally flavor to it than I would have expected based on the nose.
I get kind of like a hickory almost, like a hickory smoke on the taste, and that mint dissipates on the taste. It's more on the nose, but
there's a mild char kind of taste to it.
So once that initial blast of alcohol, it does sweeten up quite a bit too. Yeah. I am going to add some water here because it is 60.3%, and a lot of the time the flavors just come out a bit more. So
we only use distilled water at Trenny when we're mixing with our whiskey. Would never dare put tap water in there.
No, never. So again, you add it. It definitely adds a little bit more of that kind of sea salt, lime, tequila thing on the nose and on taste.
It's a bit grainy too, I'm going to say. You can taste the maltiness and graininess.
It takes water well.
Yeah.
It sweetens it up quite a bit, actually.
Well, fine then.
You might as well do it. On the finish, can we move on to finish?
Yeah.
So it is kind of this hot and spicy, juicy, barley kind of thing on the finish.
As you're saying hot and juicy, I realize my ears are, like, inside my ears is, like, very warm right now. Yeah. The back of my throat and the inside of my ears, it feels like, things are heating up. You know, like when you get angry in your face, kind of like, I got that going on.
Yeah, so this is anger in a bottle?
It could be. If you have a few of these on a bad day, you could end up being anger in a bottle.
Hey, whiskey treats people differently. It's everybody a little bit differently. Personally, for me, it makes me really happy.
Yeah, we just chill out and end up laughing at things that probably aren't funny.
Yeah. Like our own videos.
We think our videos are great after a few.
Okay, so again on the finish, it's a little bit hot. The flavor sticks with you because you get that smoky hickory kind of thing going on.
I'm getting a little bit more of the fruits after putting the water in there. I think it's maybe dulled down some of the initial punch that's in there, and now I'm getting a little bit more on that kind of like figgy, maybe a little bit of maybe like pear, apple kind of thing happening now too. So I think the water has brought up a little bit of additional flavor.
It's the orchard on the farmland.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whiskey is made from the things around the around the distillery, around the area,
the terroir or whatever they call it. Anyways, let's. So the viscosity on this one, because it is unchill filtered and it has been aged for 10 years, it does have quite a bit of those oils, natural wood oils in it, and nothing's been stripped out of it too much. So it is a good mouthfeel coats the mouth quite medium to heavy. It's a good viscosity I find on this one.
I agree.
Yeah.
This bottle, this is your definition of the winter warmer.
Yeah, totally.
If you want a winter warmer, you're in the right place
That's
here.
that warmier thing we're talking about for sure.
Yeah, it could be very cold out and I would feel just warm and toasty. Let's score this thing up.
Okay, I gave it a 25.08. You gave it a 27.16.
I feel like you were a bit stingy
I
there.
feel like I was a little bit stingy, actually,
And
in
I mean,
hindsight.
for a $120 bottle, $120 here in Canada for this bottle, you want to be tasting more than a 25.
Well, let's also put it... Yeah, and I barely did, didn't I? That's too bad. I mean, it checks a lot of the box marks, too, like the Johnson filter and all that.
You felt how you felt at the time.
I felt how I felt at the time. I do still feel that if I compare it to some... Okay, I will be honest with you. I compared this to the Coela unpeated 15-year-old with all the same benchmarks. It was also 60.2%. And just for me, I personally thought that was quite a lot better. So, hey, I mean, it is what it is. It gets its points for different reasons, right?
Don't apologize for your score.
Anyways, altogether, with both those scores, it came to 26.12.
Not bad.
Pretty reasonable score. Let's put this up on the board, shall we?
Put it on the chart.
All right.
Let's do it. All right.
We're back.
We're back. And it only took us 38 minutes to get this thing set up. Okay, here, you grab that side.
Yeah.
Just so that the thing doesn't pop out. And
right beneath the Russell's 10-year.
I'll let you do your side
There
there.
we go.
Boom. There it is.
There we go.
Benromach, currently in 4th place.
Not bad.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, everybody, check out theoldmanclub.com. Go check out trennyandc.com. You know, there's a lot of videos to watch. We have, we don't just review Scotch. We also do bourbons and world whiskeys and all that kind of stuff.
We do other... So, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we release a whiskey review, a full review. But on Saturdays, typically at 4 o'clock, we release some other kind of whiskey-related video, like an unboxing or whiskey research or a cocktail video or any number of just kind of random stuff.
There's tons of random shit. Just check it out.
Yeah.
Subscribe right down there.
Yeah, enough said. Let's cheers this thing out.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.